Hi everyone, I just wanted to come on here today and make a short video and show you the perfumes that I had in the basket because they've been laying here on the floor ever since the last video I did. These were the perfumes in the basket some of the writing is just so small, and a lot of these Henri Bendels have been, basically they're not there anymore. So I have my magnifying glass. And there's a few I think I left out that I can see. They kind of were sitting to the side of the basket, so I'm not sure if I showed them or not. I don't know. So I may show you something else again, just like this one right here. This is L'Orientale Oud Sahara. And let me try to tell you. That's all it is. Actually, Geparlys. Geparlys is on the bottom also. This is just an okay scent. This was a blind buy. I'm going to spray this one because I know what, I'm not going to spray it on me, but I know what most of them smell like. This is kind of, even though I like oud, Sahara to me sounded like it was going to be an oud sandalwood, and sandalwood may be in there. The oud is not medicinal. It's not that. It's just that it's a manly, kind of a manly scent. I'm sure it's unisex because it does kind of have that men's cologne scent to it. So this would be a really good cologne scent for a man that likes oud if they don't like the medicinal dirty oud. So this next one is from Lancome, and it's so funny because I was looking these up last night and I was reading some things on Fragrantica about them. And this is Cœur de Lancome. It's their leather fragrance. And this is okay. I mean, I like it. I wouldn't buy it again, I don't think. But it's so funny because everybody talks about the wonky lid. And I thought it was just my bottle when I got it because I did order it online, probably in 2018. But it's something about this thing that's in here. It just doesn't fit. And everybody's was like that. So it's a leather scent from Lancome. And it's okay. It's a really dry, I tend to like sweet leathers. Even Tom Ford ombre leather. I love that one. This one has a little bit of a civeted leather. It's good, but it's just not my favorite leather scent. So I have 3 Henri Bendels here. And one is vanilla flower. And as you can see, it's rubbed off for the most part. This is just one that got lost in my collection for years and years and years because just not being organized. And when I had my last house, which was my bigger house, the one I only had for 2 years, I found a lot of perfumes that had been like tucked away in between 2 places, and this was one of them. But this perfume is at least 15 years old. And let me tell you, it smells the exact same as it did the day I bought it. And even though it may be a little darker, vanilla just does that. But absolutely. And I bought, just side note, I bought another Avon perfume yesterday, and I've got another one coming in the mail. Avon just nails it sometimes. I know sometimes they're generic smelling. But the one I got yesterday I really liked. I went in to smell another one. Wasn't crazy about that one. It's a flanker and I love it. I'll have to show it in a video soon. And the one I ordered that is supposed to be here today is a flanker of a series. Well, it's a series of the Rare series, and I have 2, and this will be my 3rd one. And it gets extremely good reviews, so I can't wait. I hope that it comes before I go to work because my mail runs about the same time I have to leave for work. So this is another Henri Bendel. It is Blackberry and Cassis. And I hear so many people on YouTube. And it's just I don't say everything right. Nobody says anything right. But I don't know why people call Cassis Cassis. It's not French. It's not Casseese, is Cassis, Cassis. It couldn't be any more simpler than that. And this one still smells really good too. I used this one the other day. I gotta smell it. Oh my God. Oh, this is so good. I think I'm going to hose myself down with this one before it can work. And this is the third and final Henri Bendel I think that I have. Now, we may run across another one in my refrigerator, but I'm pretty sure this is the only 3 I ever had. This is Wild Fig. And it's pretty much rubbed off too. Oh my God. And it's just amazing because all of these have probably been reformulated, rebottled. I know each and every single one of these 3 that I have from this house is at least 15 years old. This smells so good. I think my favorite, vanilla flower is good. It's not your sweet, sweet vanilla. It's just exactly what it says. It's vanilla, a little bit of a flowery vanilla. This blackberry is good because you can't find many scents that have a good blackberry. Like, I love Comptoir South Pacific. I have like 10 or 12 different ones, but I don't like their blackberry musk. I don't like that one at all. That's the only one I've ever actually bought that I just didn't like. And I don't know if I gave it away or sold it. I don't know where it's at. But this Wild Fig smells so good. Okay. So I have to tell you about this one because I'd never heard of it. I saw either a YouTube video or I read a comparison on Fragrantica that this was an excellent jasmine. It's Cat Burki, B-U-R-K-I, and E-D-T, and it's just called Jasmine. And what this smells like is like the night, do you remember? Oh God, yeah, the night blooming jasmine, or what's the other one you used to be able to buy at the country store? I've got like 2 bottles. I'm not sure they're selling that jasmine anymore. Can't remember the name of it. I will put it below. If these things that I blank on, always read my description because I usually try to go back in because it'll just hit me as soon as I cut the camera off. And it also takes me a while to get everything in there. I won't be able to edit anything today or add to it. It's not Night Blooming Jasmine. That was Jovan, and it's excellent, and I have a bottle of that. And it still smells good, and that's an original. I've always taken. You will never see my perfume sitting out on something like in here with light in it. There are some I sit out only in my bedroom, and for 20-something years, through my house I had forever, my house I had for 2 years, and this place now, my bedroom's always been a dark, cool place. So, and most of them still aren't out. I have things like Kat Von D's Center. I have the Nicki Minaj's sitting out. I have that one from Lalique Soleil, the beautiful bottle. I don't like the perfume. It's sitting out. I have the Jessica Simpson Vintage Bloom. I think it's just okay, but the bottle's beautiful. So a lot of the ones that are sitting out in there, even though it's dark in my bedroom, are ones they're not gonna, like, I'm not gonna sit my Tom Ford Noir de Noir out. I don't care. It's gonna be dark in a drawer somewhere. But this smells exactly like that one. Oh my gosh, I'll have to put it below. The country store was about the only place you could find the one I'm talking about, but this does smell just like it for anybody that's interested. And it smells a lot like the original Night Blooming Jasmine too, because I know that was a big thing. Speaking of Avon, this was one, and if you look on Fragrantica or you read reviews about the OG, of course the cap's gone, honeysuckle from Avon. This bottle right here, I have a couple, and I have a couple bottles, the little square bottles of oil that just have the dapper on them, if anybody remembers that. Spot on, over 20 years old. And I promise you, you can't even buy it anymore. I don't think so. This is one of the best honeysuckles ever. And I think one of my best honeysuckle fragrances, other than this, I own, is the oh my gosh, I forgot. Why do I even do this? Because I know I can't remember. Anyway, it's not the fresh. That one's okay. This was another honeysuckle that I bought about 2019, about 2 years ago. I want to say Hubigant, but I can't remember. I keep it in the box anyway. But this is even better than that. And that one was expensive, the one that I'm talking about. They're around $100. Gosh, I wish Avon would come out with this. Again, now, when Bath & Body Works, I like their wild honeysuckle. I don't like the body spray in the wild honeysuckle, but the perfume, you know how Bath & Body Works will do the square perfume bottles for some of their fragrances? When they come out with the perfume version of wild honeysuckle, it's pretty good. It's not this good. But last fall, maybe, there was a body spray. It wasn't wild honeysuckle. Bath & Body Works had an original OG honeysuckle 15, 20 years ago that was amazing. It went away. They brought back wild honeysuckle. Wild honeysuckle body spray has a bite to it. And the perfume does too, but it's okay. But anyway, 6 or 8 months ago, they brought back another honeysuckle, and it was just labeled honeysuckle. It was not wild honeysuckle, and that one was really good. They didn't come out with it in the perfume, though, just the body spray. So this is just information I'm trying to tell you guys, because I only have one other bottle to show you, and I hate short videos. If I see one of my favorite people post a 10-minute video, I will not watch it. I don't have time for that. Most of the time, what I'm doing is turning it on, listening to what they have to say about the fragrances, listening to it while I'm in the tub, while I'm doing things around the house. I'm not ever sitting right here watching a YouTube video, very, very rarely. When that happens with a short video, 10 minutes later, you got to come over here and you got to try to find another video to watch. I can listen to an hour-long video or roll over to another video, but short videos just are not my thing, you guys. I'm sorry, but I like 25 minutes plus. That's usually what I click on. So just kind of throwing some extra information out there. But this honeysuckle, for honeysuckle lovers, if you know, you know, this was one of the best ever made from Avon. I wish Avon would bring that one back. Maybe one day they will. Avon just kills it sometime, and some of their stuff is just so boring. It's so boring. Has that same Avon DNA, so I totally get it. You know, for beginners and everything else, but sometimes they have hit it hard. Okay, so this is, I'm going to tell you the best I can because you can't hardly see it. Mistral, Mistral, and I see nothing else on the bottle. I looked this up online one time and I was able to find it. It smells almost identical to Prada Amber, which is the original Prada in the square spray bottle that came out early 2000s, if not before then. I'm thinking early 2000s is when I got my first bottle. But it's an amber patchouli scent. Gosh, it smells just like something else too. I put a little bit. This stuff is beast mode. And this is old. Not old. I'm just saying I want to say this came from somewhere like Anthropology. But you can't find this anymore. Not unless you find it online. Golly, that's good. So, Jessica Simpson Fancy Nights, I like. It has a bit of a twang to it that I don't prefer. So it's that Prada Amber that I'm talking about that smells like that, but Prada Amber is better. I think this is even better than Prada Amber. They're so close. They're like 98% the same. And I'm going to try to find this online sometime in the next few days. I mean, I'm sure there's somewhere that you can buy it. God, it's so good. I actually had this on a couple weeks ago, just like one spray on my shirt. And I was in the store, and sometimes you can tell when a man's going to flirt. But sometimes you can, like they're totally not flirting. This man was totally not flirting because, I mean, he walked by me, like any regular person would. And then he was like, "Oh my God, you smell so good." And I turned around and I said, "Thank you." So he wasn't hitting on me, or he would have said it before he even really smelled me, right? So, but that's what I had on. So it's the patchouli, and it's so good. So I'm going to try to find a little bit more information about the stuff. explain to you guys. And I want to say I had a lotion or something of this somewhere too. I'm not really sure. Over the past few years, I've had to get rid of a lot of stuff. I know that sounds crazy when we're talking anywhere from 400 to 500 perfumes, but believe it or not, I have gotten rid of a lot of stuff, but I've also bought a lot of stuff. So, and that's kind of crazy. I'm trying, but you know, the perfumistas out there, you know, that's so hard to do. I will say this. I've been trying to go through my collection. I got about halfway through when I got my final piece of furniture because you guys, storage furniture. You guys know that all the new furniture, you know, you've had to wait 3 or 4 months to get it. And I wasn't 100% sure about this piece of furniture because I really didn't have, I was going to have to move something somewhere that I really wanted out to somewhere to be seen by everybody to somewhere that nobody's going to see. And it's because it's just a really pretty black lacquer piece of furniture. Well, I had to move it to get this piece, but this piece held a lot for storage. So I was able to put I haven't been through exactly everything, but I was able to put most of my body sprays in this new piece of furniture and sort them out a little bit. I still have another container that I do have to go through. Hopefully I'll be able to get rid of some or something because I need to get them out of that closet because that closet's in my laundry room. Anyway, long story short, that gave me some extra space where I pulled these bottles out of another storage piece in my extra bedroom to reorganize my perfumes and stuff a little bit better. So what I have done since I started showing you guys my collection, and I even mentioned this in my last video, is I may show you something else again because I've moved things to organize them. Well, I've done it even more so now because I spent 2 days last week, a couple hours both days, moving after I had gotten the body sprays out of some storage places, organizing perfumes by like top shelf, middle shelf, putting brand with brand, house with house, and things like that. So for sure, by now, other than my extras, my backups, I haven't moved them because I've got them sealed in a box and they're in 2 drawers. And so they haven't changed. I can still show you them. But the other, let's see, I probably had another 3 drawers to show you before I got into my backups and before I got into my small sizes, before I got into my roll-ons and my solids, before I got into my Earth and Treasures collection. There's a whole drawer dedicated to that. I had probably 3 other drawers of regular perfumes to show you that have now been shoveled around to be organized. Saying that, I'm still not finished because I've got 2 smaller drawers I'm not happy with. Like they're not really done yet. So I think what I'm going to do now, since, and I haven't pulled all the declutters yet either. I still have over 100 that I'm decluttering. What I'll end up doing after all this is once everything is said and done, I'll dedicate probably a couple of videos because it's probably going to take a couple of videos, even doing them fast, to show you guys what I've got to see if there's any interest in it that I'm getting rid of before I give it away or whatever. So stay tuned for that. But these 2 drawers that I need to finish, I need to get done within the next couple of days. So more than likely what I'm going to have to do now, because I'm going to be repeating a lot of stuff and missing a lot of stuff, because now where I moved some things now is in another drawer I've already done. Does that, like I've done this with all my perfume and I've still got a little bit more to do. So I think I'm going to finish those 2 smaller drawers, and then I think I'm just going to start once I'm happy with the organization. Not that it'll always stay that way, but when I started this, I wasn't happy with the organization. I was trying to get rid of some stuff so I'd have some more room, and I got another piece of furniture, so I was able to do that. So I think I'm going to take this time to get organized. Once these final, I'm good with it for now, and get it that way. I think I'm just going to start taking you through my collection and not moving anything else until I'm done. Then I can go back and actually see where I thought I had it organized, but didn't. Just one good example is my refrigerator. Nothing has really gone in and out of my refrigerator since I've started doing this, but some of it does need to come out just because I've got too much in my refrigerator. Like there's not any room for food. It's that bad. I have like one shelf and that's pretty much it for food. So some of that's got to come out. And I've got, there's just backups that I've got too many of, sealed, in the box. And I've tried to stop doing that. I used to be bad about doing that because what I've found with a few perfumes is halfway through the bottle, I shouldn't have this backup bottle. Because first of all, when you have this many perfumes, you're not going to just straight use this bottle in 2 weeks. Some people might do that. Some people on their dinner plate eat one vegetable at a time. I don't. I have a bite of this, a bite of this, a bite of this, a bite of this, a bite of this. That is how I am with my perfumes and my makeup. I mean, I've got a pretty much set makeup routine, like with my foundation and stuff that I really, really like. But I've got all kind of stuff that I try sometimes, and sometimes it's a huge mistake. And sometimes I just get tired of perfumes. There's been several I've experienced over the past year or so that I bought, and I was like, oh my God, I need a backup bottle. But then I'm like, give it a little bit. And then I'm like, I'm so glad I didn't buy another bottle of this because it really kind of gets on my nerves. I'm a light sprayer, sort of. Like I'm going to spray it till I smell it. But I'm not going to overspray it. And I usually don't want to smell like the same thing all day. By the end of the day, it is there. I usually will have sprayed at some point. I'm going to say 5 or 6 different fragrances. Not at one time, which there's nothing wrong with that. I've done that before too, and it smelled great. Well, I told you my Saturday night go-to is 1, 2, 3 and a lotion. So, I mean, that is exactly what I do on Saturday nights, and everybody loves it. And it's just become a habit, and I don't wear it any other time than Saturday night. And my friends that know me, that know where I go, and it's not overpowering. It just smells freaking good. So there's nothing wrong with that. I'm probably not going to pick this up, spray 4 sprays on me, and not use anything else that day. That's just not the type of person I am. First of all, I'm not even going to smell this after a couple hours anyway. I sprayed it a couple hours ago here. I think what I'm smelling now, because this amber patchouli is wherever it went. Oh, it smells so good. There it is. It's right here. So anyway, just know that that's why I still, like I said, I probably got a little over half of them, but now I've changed so much around. I've lived here for 11 months. So I've had 11 months to get to where I could organize it to where I knew pretty much where everything was at, but it's been a process. It's so weird because in my last house, which was the bigger house, the biggest house I've ever had, not huge, not like that. It's just big. I had so many chests that I had to get rid of and so much storage things that I had to get rid of that, I literally cut my square footage in half when I got this condo. So even though it took time in that bigger house, there was a lot more places to put it. Then it was way easier to group the things together. And that's when I made a lot of my rediscoveries. Now I've had not only to downsize storage, I downsized furniture, I downsized decor, dishes, pots, silverware, pans, pillows, everything. Half of everything I had to go. But I was not getting rid of any perfume I loved, and I was not getting rid of any makeup I loved. I have gotten rid of stuff, but not that I loved. And I got rid of clothes, some of them, but nothing that I really loved. That'll stay. That will always stay. I will always make room for that. Got rid of a lot of shoes. I won't say I got rid of shoes that I loved. I got rid of shoes that I still like, but I just didn't have the space that I used to. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please subscribe if you have not. stay tuned for me to get a little bit more organized and just start, and I'll probably be off camera doing these. I'm probably actually going to take and do the video inside on the shelf that it's at. Like you see those perfume videos where somebody's actually showing you on the shelf. That's probably what I'm going to be doing once I get completely organized. And then when I'm finished and I do my final declutter video, just get a pen and a piece of paper, because there is a lot that's going. Any perfume that I have, I mean, even this that's old, it still smells good. I'm not getting rid of this, but if it smells old, I'm going to throw it away, because there's nothing worse than a cakey, nasty, stinky, disgusting lipstick dragging across your lips, or a stinky perfume, and I'm not going to get rid of anything like that. It goes in the trash. So thumbs up, subscribe if you have not, and stay tuned for the rest. Bye.